about his art because this is me. This is a part of me. Like I'm not doing this. Like I'm not designing something specifically for this person. Like I'm designing it for me. Like this is mine. You know, this is my baby. Right.
What's going on, Comfort Killers? I am Stacey A. Cross, and there is no E in it. I'm here. I am here with people. Usually I'm not with people. Today's next episode on Trust the Process, I wanted to come through live, and then so you could have it, and it's in the database for the Comfort Killers. So all the subscribers on the Comfort Killers, first of all, I want to say thank you for investing in that so much. Next thing I want to talk about is this book here, The Life Using Tools You Already Have. You already have in you everything that you need, all the resource. We just have to be resourceful. All right, my mentor already said, you know, if you don't have it, you know, like someone asked the question in Facebook, if you don't, what do you do if you can't figure it out? Well, then maybe you're not resourceful. Maybe you need to start being resourceful versus just looking at resources, time, energy, money, and all of those things. To be resourceful, all you have to do is figure things out. And how to figure things out, we have to let go. We have to kind of, diminish these and kind of pound this traditional thinking away from us. How do you do that? It's tough, right? I spent literally 6 months trying to do that. Just, a thought come up. Where's this thought stemming from? Why am I saying I can't? Why am I saying no? Why am I being negative? And then you open yourself up to the possibilities of a positive attitude and saying yes. Everything boils down to attitude and mindset. What I teach people to look inside themselves and get to the better version of themselves. And that's really all this book is going to teach you. And it has practical, actionable steps for you. So just check out thecomfortkillerbook.com, thecomfortkillerbook.com to pick this bad boy up. Today's episode 3 of Trust the Process. I have 2 women here, powerful women that know that, hey, listen, maybe I got some decisions to make. I got to live up to my potential now. Maybe I haven't before, but now I have to. Okay, and these questions come up in our lives. And before I came on, she said, "Well, we're only humans." I disagree with that.
Right, I know you do.
Yeah, I disagree with that because I believe we're so much more than what someone expects us to be. Someone thinks we are, but even what we think of ourselves, I think we're so much more than just human. I'm talking about the spirit inside of us. I'm talking about the God inside of us. I'm talking about the creativity inside of us, the uniqueness inside of us. I'm talking about that little seed that you planted so long ago that says, I'm great. I could do anything. As children, we could do anything. We got up, we walked, we fell, we got up again.
Yeah.
Scraped our knees, got up again. Got up again. Yo, I got to get to that table, bro. I want that Cheerio. Okay, for me it was, I want that mango because I was in Jamaica, But at the end of the day, we as children were fearless. We didn't have all these connotations that says, no, we can't, or no, you can't. Someone said no to us, we got clever.
Do it again. Yeah, you figured it out.
We figured it out another way.
I love children.
They're so, but how could we be more childlike?
I know. They're fearless.
Go up to that person, go get that thing. Okay, wait, what? But now what do we say? Don't talk to strangers.
Yeah.
So we're already embedding fear into kids. No, you can't do that. No, you can't have that. I was watching a documentary in Chicago, and there's talking about the gentrification happening in Chicago. And this was about a year ago or 2 years ago. I watched this documentary, and the little son was there with his dad, and the camera, was interviewing his father, and he's like, look behind me, these new buildings, it's gentrifying. What do we have? What do we have? So the kid said something like he was playing basketball or something, and he was like, you can't do that. My kid's not going to be my kid right in front of the kid.
That's terrible.
You can't do that. My kid ain't going to be one of these. And the kid's just there with the basketball like, Dad, you already suppressing me.
Yeah, right. You didn't even give him an opportunity.
You didn't even give me an opportunity. And that's where it starts. It always starts at the home. So we're talking about, they were talking about Kanye.
We were talking about Kanye.
Our conversation just kept flowing.
I'm about to turn my live back over. About Kanye.
They were talking about Kanye. So we are going to.
Oh, thank you.
So the topic of Kanye. Wait.
Yeah, no. We are gonna talk about Kanye.
The topic of Kanye came up because I watched the interview that he did today with Charlemagne, and for instance, Kanye for me has always been that cousin that I've been like proud of, like, oh great, like in the beginning, but then he just kept like doing things that's like, come on, you're embarrassing the family, like
the cousin is embarrassing.
You're embarrassing the family, guys. Like chill. I get you, I get it, but they're not ready to like. I think it's his delivery, right? The ego is what like drives people away from him. But to some degrees, if you look at the underlying thing, like I get like the Trump thing. Okay, granted, no, but like some of the things that like he's talking about, like free thinking and the concept of fear and how it's not real and how we've been conditioned to think that fear is real. I get that because you and I were just having a conversation about fear and how like that it doesn't last forever. Well, it can, it depends. But like when you're into a new job and you're like, oh my God, I don't know how I can do this.
Right.
But then if you look at once that fear is over, you're like, oh, that fear goes away, and then you can do your job. Like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was, because it's like you're afraid because you don't know.
Right.
The unknown is like there. And when I was like watching the interview today, like those are like some themes that he talked about. And I'm like, okay, well, why can't you just say that? But it's just that I don't know him personally. I don't know him. I don't.
Right.
And that's what I try to give the benefit of the doubt. So I'm trying not to be better at not judging.
Right.
But
people gonna judge you
regardless.
And you know,
right.
How could you not judge? You know, how could you? All right. But Kanye West,
so
for me,
some awakening right now.
I think Kanye West is woke. The boy is woke. But here's the thing, you know, you're not supposed to be polished. Who are we polished for? We're polished for media. We're polished for the public. We're polished for America. We're polished for, you know what? He's a wild boy and he's being himself 100%. But at the end of the day, you could like him, hate him, not listen to him, turn it off, and click stop.
Right.
We always have a choice. So that's why, you know, I watch some of the things on YouTube and some videos and songs. I'm like, man, this is awesome. This is great stuff. And then you look in the corner, 5,000 people disliked it.
Right.
So you took the energy to not like it. But you watched it all.
Yeah.
You still took the energy to not like it. You still took the energy to comment under. You still take the energy. So you don't have the power right there.
No.
Just leave.
Yeah,
just
like it is energy.
Yeah, it's all it is energy. Like, so if you don't like Kanye, and I wrote an article about it on Medium at Stacey A. Cross on Medium. I wrote an article about it on Medium and say, okay, I get it, I understand them. You know, everybody, I try to understand their individuality because it's real. You know, if
talking about that.
Yeah, being an individual is real. I might not like or agree with some of the things you say, but you know what? You are the person you are. And I'm sure under that we connect on some spiritual level.
Yeah.
We always connect.
Yeah.
We always go back to connecting.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe something you dislike, it's okay. So I get that part of it. And that's why I'm a comfort killer, because I believe I could go in any situation with anybody. I don't care if they're Confederate, a U.S. president, you know, and still find something that we both agree on, find something that makes us both spiritual and have a connection. Regardless of everything that I dislike, which I'm not pressing a dislike button, it's just you, man. It's just you.
Yeah, that's not your problem.
It ain't mine. It ain't mine. And me making it my problem will just drag this thing out. And now I stop thinking about what I got to do. I'm putting the energy in the wrong place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I put the energy in the wrong place. And then, so, you know, I was on YouTube yesterday. And so, you know, somebody said, watch this T.I. and Kanye track. And then all of a sudden there was a bunch of these gossip things about Nas and Khalees and about Fabulous and about all these other people.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, once you click one of those things, it's
a rabbit. Yeah. No, but if you think about it, the way that like a lot of these like YouTube and Instagram, like it's populating all that information. It's like going down a rabbit hole. You know, oh, you want to watch that, and if you notice that all that stuff is curating. Like Google and all that stuff, they populate all your information. They know what you like. They send you emails
But
that
do
cater.
they know what I like? Because guess what? I go on Instagram and I click that whatever that thing is that says, "Hey, you videos you may like,"
Yeah,
and it's some kid punching somebody. I'm like, I don't like this.
you might have
Bizarre.
seen it
I don't like this
Is it
stuff.
somewhere,
because
and it
it's trending?
yeah, or it's
Maybe
trending,
just trending.
or it might have.
Because
What
that is
happens is you
strange.
might have looked at it
Yeah,
once.
I'm like,
Right. Something
And,
led
yeah.
to that.
Yeah, but guys, Stacey A. Cross here on my Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. But I'm talking about this book. I'm live on YouTube right now on my YouTube channel, The Comfort Killers, and it's all about personal strength and personal development. I believe 100% that we could change our life using the tools we already have. Period. 100%. And the fear that we're talking about, I like fear. I like it.
I haven't arrived at that point yet.
Right.
I just respect it. I feel that we as quote unquote humans are built in with these mechanisms
Well, that's what I
to
mean.
go down to fight or flight
Right. When
syndromes
I say
to get us out of
it's what we
danger and to
feel.
things like that.
Right.
But some of the fear that we have is being misconstrued because we used to have to run away from lions out of a cave, right? So that fear was definitely necessary to build my adrenaline up to get the hell away from this lion that just came in my cage, right? But now it's for speaking in public. Why? I'm not in danger here. I'm not in danger here. Why am I feeling all these emotions? Like these fear-like emotions? Because we put ourselves using these emotions in scary situations that are not real. They're puppies. You think it's a dragon and it's a baby Shih Tzu. You know what I mean? Pet it. It's a pump. It's pet the thing. Pet it. All right. So I think that if you look at fear like that, hey, you're not really a dragon, you're really a puppy, and all I have to do is move into this thing here. If it's no immediate danger or imminent thing, which never it is, you just you're starting a new job, you're scared. Why? Why are we scared? You're scared to sit and talk to your boss. You're scared. All these little things. Why are we doing that? You want to ask someone for money. You're scared. You call in the bank. You're all nervous. What are these things for? It doesn't match with the level of danger that's in front of us because there's no danger in front of us. Right. So if we look at fear in that aspect and say, okay, am I in immediate danger right now? No. Well, I'm going anyway. I'm going anyway. And that's how I decide to look at fear or anything that really comes across. So we talked about Kanye, we talked about ego versus spirit a little bit, and and he's growing. Everyone needs a chance to grow.
I think giving everybody the opportunity to, like, even this conversation that we're having, like, all of us are not going to arrive at the same point.
No.
Where you are, I'm sure at some point of your life you were where we were.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So I was there 3 years ago in the dumps. Scared, wondering what's next. Can I really do this? But guess what? Most of the times I was thinking about past failures, past things that inhibited me from moving forward. That's all it did. It was not nothing in the future, not nothing in the now. It was all things that I messed up at, all things that, trying to tie some logic to why I'm failing. You know what I mean? So, and I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna leave. I'm out of here. I'm out of here and I'm jumping off the bridge and I'll do whatever it takes to succeed. I'll do whatever it takes to succeed. And that confidence, I'm telling you, that confidence didn't just come out of nowhere.
No, yeah.
I had to work at it.
You got to work at it. It's a muscle.
And how I worked at it was self-talk, a lot of meditation, a lot of affirmations. And I put up affirmations in my bathroom. See what I'm saying? Like, I sat down, okay, I'm reading, you know what I mean? I'm reading affirmations and all of that. So, and there's another thing that does it. There's 4 ways to reprogram your subconscious. We're walking around with these heavy ass feelings about whatever it is that we're scared about. We have what it takes, man. And I'm a firm believer that everyone could change their life using the tools that they already have inside of them.
That's why they don't teach this stuff in school.
Well, how could they? We don't need civil. Hey, if they taught this, if they taught you that you have the strength, you have the power to achieve, to do anything you want. You don't need a government. You don't need police.
Can I tell you guys something?
Tell us.
So I just learned maybe about a year ago about Black Wall Street.
I didn't
learn what Black Wall Street was
Uh-huh.
at all. Like
She said Black Wall Street.
When I went to the African American Museum in DC.
Uh-huh.
I was curious, what is Black Wall Street? What is it about? Because in school, when you learn about civil rights and
You learn about you a slave.
Keep you, they keep you there. But can you imagine if I like young me or anyone, like if you're introduced to this idea that there was a time in history where there were Black-owned businesses, there were banks, there were doctors, and like a whole like I'm gonna re-exaggerate a nation. You know what I mean? Right. Like with that seed, planting that seed. That's the reason why Dr. King died, was because of the seed he was creating and opening up people's consciousness. Like if you knew that I don't have to work a 9 to 5, but if you're taught, like we're habitual, right? Like my spinning patterns is based off.
You heard what she asked. How do I do that? She doesn't have another reference.
We learn from our parents. Like right now, I'm very interested in financial literacy. My mom didn't teach me that. My family don't. We don't know that. Like we're not. But I want to break the cycle.
Yeah, that's important.
So
that's important. Yep, that's important.
For me, like it's like important. Like now I want to educate myself. Like now I know about Black Wall Street.
Self-education.
This is something that I think they should teach in schools. Like children should know about this. Like granted, it didn't end well, but like there's a moment in time that's not all about the negative, right? And maybe like how do you take that away? How do you subtract that and get to the state of mind where I don't have to be here?
Well, it starts off with you have to look at the merchants, like what merchants are giving you this information. And you cut them, you sever the ties with those merchants. One of the merchants is TV. Okay? Media merchants, TV. You have to disconnect from it 100%.
Right. Okay? Yeah, I was all of that.
Yeah. News, all of this, it's just too much.
It is.
It's a merchant.
It is.
Another merchant, institutions, schools. Another merchant, a lot of people don't want to hear this, is religion. Okay? All right. A huge merchant for making sure that you know that you cannot just talk to God yourself.
Oh no, I know. That's
you know what I mean?
In slavery, that was introduced.
Yep. And all right. So, and if you even go back, let's go back to the Moorish society. You know, it's real deep. It gets real deep. But again, I was a part of that thinking and researching and developing. And so I got a whole bunch of information here, a whole bunch of research. And I said, okay, well, I can't just keep researching. I got to just change my life. The best way for you to change the now, like a lot of people are activists, right? They want to go out, they want to go picket signs and this and that, especially when the cops, right? You know, the whole wave of the cops brutally abusing the blacks and shooting and this and that. And you know, the African American community, Black Lives Matter, everyone standing up and doing the best way to change the direction of that is to make sure you self-educate. Go into the police department. Go be the judge. Go be the councilman. Change from the inside. Because changing from the outside with a picket fence, with a sign, just changes the moment. You need to change the entire environment. So you want to plant yourself, the seed, you there. So if you really feel some type of way and about a situation and you want to change it, be the change. And how that change is now you're educating. Okay, I got to be a lawyer because I'm going to be the best lawyer and change this whole game up. I got to go be the judge because I'm going to be the best judge and make sure that these cops are going to be able to get. You see what I'm saying? I want to go all the way. I don't want to just write a sign. What does that do? You know, put your energy into something that really has changed. Start local. Start local. And even like classes like these, if I was to have a class like this in Philadelphia once a week for the community,
there needs to be.
You know what I mean?
There needs to be.
So just to change this, to let them know that, hey, listen, stop being dependent, number one, and then a victim, number two.
And that's crazy out there.
That victim shit is
like when they're trying to like enforce something, the community, whatever, like the whole cop thing or whatever, it gets violent out there. It gets really ugly.
I think what happens is like we don't realize like it becomes a part of the conversation, and it becomes like, oh, it makes people angry.
Yes.
Like,
I feel like it's kind of making things a little worse.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, what if all that energy was saying, hey guys, in this community, I want to open a black bank.
yeah.
Let's all put this
That'd be
energy. Let's meet 3 times a week.
The thing is that I don't think that we understand is like the power of the black dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we make the least but spend the most,
Yeah.
right? And if we could all come together, minorities, period, just come together, and we can take down this whole system. Like, if you think about it, but it's the hardest thing is what we're talking about now is breaking the cycle.
Well, here's the thing. I'm scared of you. You're scared of her.
Yeah.
We got problems with each other, and that's the problem.
It's a distraction.
That's the problem.
And it's
That's
a
the
distraction, and it takes you away from the solution.
Yeah, that's
Because
the
you
problem.
stay there, and there's so much angry people. Like, I'm angry, I'm pissed, and there's people who, like, I see two types. Like, what's happening with this police brutality, I've seen it created two types of people. I've seen it create timid people when cops come around, fearful and anxiety, and then I've seen it create angry.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Yeah, you
It's
have a
been
gun.
negative.
I have a gun too.
Mhm.
Like, and they don't. And that's what I've seen.
And
Yeah.
then because one or two cops do something, we will think every
Yeah,
single
like,
cop
I
is the same.
feel anxiety at times
Yeah.
when I see cops. Like,
Where did that come from?
from me being manipulated from the TV,
Yeah.
from the things that I've seen on
That's it.
television.
As long as you know that, and that's what I'm saying, the merchants, because I have so many NYPD friends. I have no police in my family, but I changed my mindset about that. I used to get pulled over, I'm telling you, so many times. You know why? Because I attracted them. You know, my car was not registered. My license was suspended. I was smoking weed in the car. So of course I'm gonna be like, yo, I hope I don't get pulled over. I hope I don't get pulled over. I come out like, damn, I hope I don't get today. Yo, I'm attracting that. I never got pulled over in the last 5 years.
You ever read the book As a Man Thinketh?
Of course, that's Schwartz. And yeah.
So I never read it.
Yeah.
But I read the back of it, and I had conversations about it.
She said
that right
but
there is
I understand the
powerful enough.
concept, of it. Like, where you are in life is based on your thinking. Like,
Exactly.
you're manifesting
exactly what you want.
Like what you want. Like, you think bad things happen.
But the thing is, people think that, oh, you know what? I did this good thing. They never think that they did all the bad things.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to own the bad things too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right here because of my mind, my attitude, my everything.
It's like whenever I was always like, it never fails. Remember, you still hate
Yeah,
that?
then it never fails.
I always say it never fails.
Yep, and then
it never fails.
then
She's like, you need to stop saying it never fails.
Yep.
Or
That's
you know
the
what black people do all the time? I wish you would.
Yeah.
Why? Like, why would you wish? Why do you have to wish?
Yeah.
If you wish, it's gonna come true. So why?
Yeah. So, and so all of that goes into it,
Yeah.
So in order to I never have to see that anymore. I speed. Okay. That's it. Whatever.
Sure
I don't
does.
care. I don't care because I know that my mind is not on their frequency.
No.
I had one where I was just going to Jersey the other day. Thank you guys. I was just going to Jersey the other day, and I'm blowing it, man. Just some guy went in the fast lane. I went right behind him. And I was like, oh shit, my exit. Imagine.
You missed your exit?
No.
Oh.
I was like, oh shit, my exit is coming up. I have to go over. I went over. The cop's right here. He goes and he go get the other guy. Now, imagine how awesome a mindset where I just looked over because I was gonna blow it. I just looked over at that moment and said, you know what, I have to go over. I can't speed right now. I have to go over. That's all that happens when you're in this universal attraction for good, for more positive than negative. It works for you versus against you. Your subconscious works for you versus against you. And that's what I teach. And that's why you need to reprogram your subconscious, because it's very important, because no matter what you're doing and outwardly, if your subconscious is muddy, you're still gonna be attracting all the other things. So, hey, what's this? What's going on, Rockstar? What's going on? It won't conspire against you. Yes, fact, absolutely. No, that's awesome. That's look, she gotta go. That's awesome. Now I meant to say it. Yeah, that means
I
to say it
hope
like
I
that. No, no, no.
touched
You're great. Thank you for everything. I need to sign a signed copy of the masterpiece here. Hey, this is episode 3 of Trust the Process. We gotta trust the process all the time, and we're just talking about some real stuff in this episode, and that's what I want to keep it just kind of real, just kind of non-script. You know, everybody got some script, so I want to keep it non-script. All right, be great.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. See you
It was
Sunday.
Nice meeting you. Will you be here Sunday?
I should be.
Okay. Well, I'll see you Sunday.
All right, have a
Thank you for joining Unscripted, for real.